Hello and welcome everyone to the week ahead commodity report, where we, of course, will be reviewing the markets for the week ahead. Now, the wait is over. Donald Trump is back, and so is market volatility. As savvy traders know, this is news to celebrate because with volatility, it provides massive opportunity. Last week was all about one thing and one thing only. It was Donald Trump's return to the White House for a second term. Everything that traders expected from Donald Trump, his presidency, was made a reality just hours after he was sworn in as the 47th president of the United States. Trump, of course, he delivered an inaugural speech setting out a confrontational policy both domestically and internationally. One of President Donald Trump's first actions as he returned to the Oval Office, that was signing a barrage of market moving executive orders, and by doing so, officially ushering in a new era of disruption to the global economy. Trump, who is the self-proclaimed tariff man, he announced plans to impose 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada by February the 1st. Gold and silver prices immediately benefited from a rapid increase in uncertainty caused by the first wave of Trump's executive orders, especially in the announcement of tariffs, where traders are evaluating their inflationary impact and effects on global monetary policy. Canada is one of the world's largest gold producing countries, consistently ranking amongst the top 4 gold producers and exporters globally. According to our proprietary research, the United States, they currently hold pole position as the world's top importer of Canadian gold. In 2023, Canada exported 133 tons of gold to the United States, and not just gold. The United States also imports significant amounts of palladium, platinum, cobalt, copper, lithium, nickel, zinc, and also uranium. The impact of the US supply chains from tariffs on Canada, that of course can also create a problem for the United States' own industry, while in return adding further fuel to the commodity supercycle. And then we have Mexico, which holds the crown as the world's #1 producer of silver. Data compiled by our analysts that shows that Mexico, they account for almost 25% of the world's total silver production, producing approximately 6,400 metric tons annually. The possibility of gold and silver being caught up in Trump's tariffs has sent precious metals on a red-hot run. Gold prices, they've closed in on their all-time record high of $2,790 per ounce, while silver prices, they've revisited $31 per ounce. Gold prices, they scored consecutive back-to-back all-time record highs in 2024, not once, not twice, but on 39 separate occasions. The big question now, will Trump's tariffs push gold prices to new record highs in 2025? In Donald Trump's previous presidency, gold prices experienced exponential growth. When Trump took office in January of 2017, gold prices were trading at $1,200 per ounce. By the end of his term, in January of 2021, gold prices surged to $1,957 per ounce. Elsewhere, President Donald Trump, he declared a national emergency on energy, stating that it was needed to increase output and address demand for the rapid uptake of artificial intelligence. Trump said we need double the energy that we already have, and it's going to end up being more than that. He doubled down on his efforts with an executive order calling for an AI policy that would make America the world capital in artificial intelligence, backing it with plans to invest over $500 billion in building data centers and infrastructure needed to power artificial intelligence. The project, named Stargate, was officially dubbed as the largest AI infrastructure project in history. This will kick off with Trump's first AI data center, totaling 875 acres, which will be bigger than the size of New York's Central Park. President Donald Trump's massive AI data center and infrastructure building boom, that ultimately means the US is going to need more commodities and lots of them, specifically the metals including aluminium, copper, cobalt, nickel, lithium, palladium, platinum, uranium, zinc, and rare earth metals. However, there's one massive problem. Global supply is shrinking at a record pace off the back of a triple deficit, low inventories, low spare capacity, and low investment. Add tariffs to that list of disruptions, and this bullish combination points to one thing. The commodity markets, they are only going to get tighter, and of course that will inevitably push prices much higher from the current levels. According to Goldman Sachs, the macroeconomic backdrop for commodities in 2025, it is looking more bullish than ever before, signaling that we could be on the verge of another blockbuster year ahead. The Wall Street Bank, they concluded by reconfirming their view that we're still only in the first innings of a multi-year, potentially decade-long commodity supercycle. They're certainly not alone. Right now, we are seeing more of the world's most powerful Wall Street banks. They are releasing their 2025 forecasts with extremely bullish calls for commodity prices to hit all new, fresh record highs in the years ahead. Now, whilst President-elect Donald Trump has made no secret of his intention in his second term, what remains less clear is how exactly the US is going to pay for its protectionist policies over the next 4 years without reigniting global inflation. The reality is all of the policies Donald Trump is implementing, they will increase debt, leading to a weaker dollar and increased inflation, which ultimately is going to be bullish for commodity prices. Whichever way you look at it, one thing is clear. All of the macro and geopolitical events that are currently unfolding, they are going to be a license to print money and drive market sentiment throughout 2025. Traders, of course, will not want to miss out on this. If history is anything to go by, the stage is almost certainly set for commodity prices to hit new record highs throughout 2025 and score another blockbuster year for a fifth consecutive year running. Extraordinary times, they of course create extraordinary opportunities. Right now, as traders, we are living in some of the most exciting and rewarding times ever. Whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that is to create a full-time income, a second or replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now of course is the time to give yourself the gift of a better 2025. Right now, you have an opportunity to make 2025 your biggest and best yet, which based on our research, it is going to be another blockbuster year due to all the current macroeconomic events that are currently unfolding. It's times like these, they make millionaires and billionaires out of regular people. Definitely do not underestimate what you can achieve in the next 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 12 months from now. Your future, it is determined by the choices you make today. You can either make 2025 your best year ever or just another ordinary year. You have an opportunity right now to change the course of your entire life and unlock the door to a better financial future. Here at the Gold and Silver Club, we're consistently banking over 10,000 points profit per month, which we have transparently documented through our weekly videos. If you're trading at one lot, that's $100,000. If you're trading at 10 lots, that's $1 million. As you can see from our testimonials, the majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club are utilizing our proprietary research-driven trading approach. They are comfortably making in excess of 6, 7, and 8-figure annual returns. If you want to make 2025 one of your best and most rewarding ever, go to jointhegoldensilverclub.com now to learn how our mentorship program can take your trading to the next level. Time, it is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. So with that, let's move over to the charts. We'll talk you through what we're looking at as we go into a new week and talk you through our current portfolio. First thing to have on your radar, what have we got this week? It is, of course, the Chinese New Year. Asia markets will be closed during the Asia Pacific session for China public holidays to celebrate Year of the Snake. And with that, we, of course, are seeing markets get absolutely decimated to start off the week. More notably, stock markets, which is exactly what we talked you through last week. Bear in mind, this week you do have China off on their 1-week public holidays. Very simply, this will create pressure on multiple commodities and risk on assets where you can swoop in and get commodities at much, much lower prices. So we can tick that off the checklist. So far, the markets are starting off this week having an absolute meltdown here across risk on assets, which is exactly what we want here as we head into Wednesday's FOMC statement and Thursday's European Central Bank meeting. Let me talk you through it in a bit more detail. So essentially last week, we spent the majority of the week scaling out profits here with Palladium. Each of our trades broke out to more than 1,000 points profit. So we took the opportunity to bank into strength and make sure that we were locking in as much profit as possible. You, of course, know that we were scaling into Palladium throughout the month of December. It has been a very strong start to the year for this market. Now, of course, I would very much welcome a sell-off taking the price action back towards the price swing lows in order to reload. It's the same scenario on platinum. It is, of course, the same scenario here on gold and also silver. So let's just go back to a couple more opportunities that we're really focused on throughout this week and what you should really have on your radar. WTI crude oil, as mentioned previously, this market, as you move into the Chinese 1-week public holidays is certainly going to be under pressure. Historically, this is the case. You may have seen Trump's announcement and speech at the World Economic Forum last week that he essentially wants oil prices much, much lower. And with that, we immediately did see oil prices get hit towards the end of last week. We are essentially in a downward trend at the moment. I'm looking for lower prices for oil over the course of this month. Bear in mind as well, Friday, of course, is going to be the very last trading day of the month. You're going to likely see over the course of this week, with China on their public holidays, and of course, we'll be hearing from multiple central banks, including the Federal Reserve and the European Central Bank. You're going to see more traders scale out, lock in profit, and therefore some risk off across multiple markets, which can be accelerated during the Asia Pacific session when China will essentially be closed, and you're not going to see much of a bid behind these markets, especially commodities, over the Asia Pacific session until they get back next week and until we move into the month of February. So this is basically where we're going to be going on a shopping spree across the markets. Now, I am looking for lower prices on palladium, lower prices on platinum. I'm looking for lower prices on WTI crude oil. I'm also looking for opportunities to reload if we get it on gold and silver. We remain long 11 positions on gold. In fact, what we're looking to do here on the portfolio is scale out of more profit on a break back above the previous all-time record highs here. That's the game plan at the moment. As it relates to gold, it's also similar on silver. However, it looks more likely that the industrial metals, they will take a hit over the course of this week, being dragged lower also by oil. And yes, I would see big opportunities if we do come back and retest the price swing lows. It's going to be the same here on palladium. As mentioned to you before, it will be the same here on platinum. On any revisits back down towards the price swing lows, huge opportunities for us to go shopping in the market and scoop up additional positions to add to our portfolio before we move into the Valentine's rally. And of course, whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through your trading, whether that is to create a full-time income, a second replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. If you want to maximize your money-making potential and thrive, not just survive in these fast-moving markets, then you need to adapt your strategy to the current market conditions. Most importantly, utilize a professional, research-driven, and artificial intelligence-powered approach. One of the biggest obstacles that holds back 99% of retail traders from achieving their desired success, it is not having access to the correct professional strategies, institutional level data, and cutting edge artificial intelligence insights to make confident decisions with accuracy and precision. There's a massive gap between the top 1% of professional traders and the bottom 99% of misguided retail traders who simply rely on outdated technical analysis, gimmicky technical indicators that do not work in these markets. If you want to get yourself out of that bottom 99% into the top 1% who are actually crushing it and making 6, 7, and 8-figure returns in these markets right now, then you need to utilize a professional, artificial intelligence-driven approach, or you'll just end up wasting lots of time, money, and effort. You'll have no results to show for all of your hard work. In these rapidly changing markets, you need to be constantly innovating and evolving. Technical analysis, outdated technical indicators, they won't work. Those days, they're long gone. If that's all you're relying on, the odds are already stacked up massively against you. If you want to change your results, you have to change your thinking. If you want to learn our exclusive, data-driven, and artificial intelligence-powered approach that is never taught to retail traders, only reserved for professional traders in the banks and hedge funds with access to powerful game-changing insights, including where the banks and hedge funds where they're buying and selling in real time. Further compound that with the key liquidity zones, so you can enter and exit the markets with pinpoint precision. Combine that with the fundamentals, macroeconomics, capital flows, the daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly real-time data-driven cycles and intermarket correlations. Then you need to join our mentorship program. Right now, we're in one of the greatest eras of wealth creation that we have seen. If you want to successfully capitalize on these massive money-making opportunities, build significant life-changing wealth, there's no better time than now. If you want to upgrade your income, you have to upgrade your skills. Never underestimate what you can achieve in the next 3, 6, or even 12 months from now with the right guidance and mentorship. Time, it is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. If you want to join our community of successful traders, take your trading to the next level, there is an opportunity for you to do so. As a member, you get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You get access to real-time trade ideas, access to institutional research and market intelligence, access to our private Members Academy website, and to also support and one-to-one mentoring. For more information, just go to jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description. So just click on the link, make an application. We will get in touch ASAP.